Hello everyone, it's Skull Connor, I hope you're well. In this video, getting started with the Rebirth dev kit for the new RoX heads, creating skins and tattoos in 2K BOM format, EVO-X compatibility and implementation in SL for those just starting out, with useful tips and tricks even for regulars. To start, a quick overview of the concept diagram for stacking the BOM, HD and FX layers of our heads with the list of requirements for the BOM part that interests us here. We will need Photoshop and actions in the ATN format which are provided in the downloadable devkit on the Rebirth website linked under this video, and for those who also want to work with materials, you will need to configure an applier that we will detail in the second part of this tutorial. Before detailing the devkit, I would like to introduce you to the concept behind the 2K BOM format, which allows you to double the textures quality on SL, which is limited to 1024 pixels. 2K BOM means that it is possible to make 2048 pixel skins in total, using 4 textures, and all this while remaining compatible with the Linden BOM standard. The 2K BOM is an optimization of the BOM SL channels applicable to any UV, and that for standardization reasons we have decided to make it compatible as much as possible with the one that is acclaimed by the community and the most widespread at present, that is EVO-X. You can therefore continue to work on this format, and we strongly recommend you to double your file's resolution in order to benefit from the conversion to 2K BOM, which will thus double the quality. The conversion is very easy since we have also prepared Photoshop actions to automate the process in one click. In the end you will benefit from 2 versions, EVO-X and 2K BOM, with a minimum of effort, thus maximizing your working time. After recovering the devkit, we start by installing the Photoshop actions in ATN format, which will be loaded here. Simply by double-clicking on the Rebirth RoX action, ATN file. I'm also opening the main Rebirth RoX head devkit we're interested in for this tutorial, but feel free to also check out the other PSD that are in the HD and FX folder, for example. And videos if you want to work on its layers as well. The devkit looks like this. A home page that I hide right away, a readme part here, I'll come back later, but it will concern the implementation of the 2K BOM in SL through universal tattoos. The main head devkit with all the necessary layers that I will detail shortly. And also the part concerning the ears. It is an EVO-X compatible UV that you will be able to use export in this state, or possibly use the action EVO-X to 2K BOM ears. To use this time the automatic conversion to the 2K BOM format, which I launch immediately, and you will see the change take place on its own with the associated conversion, and it is this format that will be used for the 2K BOM version. If I go back to the main document for the head, which I open immediately, some information does not concern us directly for this video, in particular at FX and HD layers level, which I can therefore hide right now. I will also hide the information we find here in the same way an EVO-X compatible UV that I can also convert directly to 2K BOM format using this time the EVO-X to 2K BOM skin all parts action. This time when I launch the action we will see that we will have to confirm the creation of a new snapshot and its replacement, and during the conversion process, you will see 4 textures generated, exported one after the other. I zoom in a little to show you the example. It actually corresponds to the 4 parts of the head. This process will also be useful for materials creation, for example, which are in a second video. I will detail all this using appliers as well. I cancel the 4th texture creation. We see that at the end of the action, we have the document in the state it was in just before launching the action. Still concerning the 2K BOM conversion, you also can choose to export the 4 parts separately. If I separate the document into 4 zones, we have the first, second, third, fourth, and the associated actions here: part 1, 2, 3 and 4. Small tip concerning the actions. If ever one of them makes your document unstable by interrupting in the middle, which can happen especially when you export a texture with full transparency for example, you can use the history here and click on the RoX snapshot, which will restore the document to the initial state it was in before launching the action. To end this quick tutorial, I come back to this information regarding the 2K BOM implementation in SL. For this, we need to use a universal tattoo texture, which we find here numbered 1, 2, 3 and 4, the 4 textures that will be applied to different parts: OX1 tattoo, OX2 tattoo, head tattoo, and hair tattoo. For the ears, the number 5 we have here. I also specify that it is also imperative and strongly recommended to provide a brows shape with a white texture to avoid transparency, in area number 3 here. This video is ending. Do not hesitate to look at the second part of this tutorial for everything related to the materials and appliers for the RoX heads. You can join me in World or on Discord if you have any questions. Don't hesitate. And until then, I wish you a good day to all friends. See you soon.